Okay, this is what I've done for months now. This was actually from the summer. These guys were a formation of multiple things. I wanted to see how long they could live, and believe it or not, they were able to stay alive in this covered thing with, obviously made for more like a fish or a reptile, with that airflow. And I would feed anything and everything. This long one here, that now looks like a weed, he was the most hardy and stayed alive for about a month and a half. As long as the food kept coming, it didn't matter what the water looked like, because I never changed that once. It's actually extremely murky. Everything else you see in here that looks like dried plants or something to that effect, believe it or not, every one of these were living organisms at one time. The little pebbles down there that appear to be rocks are not rocks. They're very, very light. I'm not sticking my hand in there because I just don't want to. This has been closed up, like I said, since probably late July. But I have tons and tons of specimens locked in Ziploc bags and other containers. And then, of course, this is what's been happening the last few days. Of course, I've seen these before, and these usually I find them in my skin sometimes, but it takes a while for them to grow inside of me, because I think they kind of grow within the environment. But they come wrapped in little yarn ball type things. They're like a metal, believe it or not. Their structure is not soft at all. Very, very much like a bendable metal, like maybe aluminum or something like that. Of course, the coloring is brown. I have found on a few of them an actual metal type looking bandage, like a banding around its, I guess, center in areas on some of them. And it's very shiny. It's kind of like I would say it looks like a shiny aluminum almost. Very small. And then on another one, I saw what seemed to appear that I had to zoom in very close. See, these are first day's collection, and this is 3-4 days later, and they're not looking so hardy anymore. But the white fiber here on the side, I believe, is still alive, and these things are resilient, let me tell you. This is what a lot of us are pulling out as well. These also will shoot into the skin. This is the first thing that happened to me in my foot and between my toes, and when they go in, they hurt. It stings worse than a wasp sting. But what I was saying is, some of these I've noticed have almost like a little square, maybe rectangular shaped, which appears to me, I would believe, as a nano chip. I mean, that's what the first thing that comes to mind, especially after researching for months and the knowledge I've collected and now things that I'm witnessing. That's the only way I can explain it. It's definitely, without doubt in my mind, GMO, a genetically modified organism, and it is obviously crossed partially with maybe something we have here on Earth. I mean, we have parasites that resemble this, but I'm telling you, these are not. These are totally different. I've looked into all the aspects, and not to mention, again, I've witnessed them with the chemtrailing going on. I've seen them thump on the ground, fall from the sky, and literally in little clusters of what appear to be yarn balls, but they're just worm balls. It sounds really stupid. Yes, worm balls are falling from the sky. Okay, sorry about that.